Good to see you, Kaito-san. I take it you're Yagami-san. Or would Yagami-sensei be more appropriate?
Whatever works for you.
Sorry about that whole test thing. Name's Ayabe. Kamurocho Organized Crime Division.
Pleasure.
So, how you liking the casino? Pretty swanky, huh?
Why? You the owner or something?
Not quite. I do my part to keep it hidden, though. Cut a deal with the Tojo, too. Barely pay a lick of protection money now. I guess I do practically run the place.
And you never invited me? I'm hurt.
Sorry, I can't give you the VIP treatment when all you buy is the dirt off my shoes.
Alright, let's cut to the chase, shall we?
You know those Kyorei murder cases? They're all managed by my boss. Guy named Kuroiwa. He's the one who brought your captain in. But, thanks to you, Hamura walked, and now Kuroiwa's got egg on his face. Felt good, let me tell you. I'm a fan of your work. So here, the first one's on the house.
Guess we got Kuroiwa to thank for this.
Now, I pulled together reports on all the cases so far. 3 in total, including the trial the other day. Not so fast. You're on the hook if this shit gets out.
Oh, pretty scary. And what happens if it does?
You're dead?
Figured as much.
Protect that with your life, huh?
Will do. Can you tell me more about this Kuroiwa guy?
He's the darling of the Kamuro police station. Strong, popular, and always gets his mark. They've got him fast-tracked for promotion.
And you don't like him, why?
Guy's too damn perfect. Think it's any fun working with a perfectionist? Not to mention, he's a handsome devil.
Envy's what makes a man ugly, friend. Especially coming from a dirty cop.
I don't know. I think it's kind of refreshing.
Glad you see it my way, Yagami-san. Here, look at this asshole.
Yeah, handsome.
Right. He knows who you are, by the way. After all, you're the guy who got Hamura acquitted.
Fair enough.
Anyway, don't open that here, okay?
I'll keep it shut tight till I'm back in my office. That work?
I'm usually hanging around Tender. Swing by there if you need anything else.
Got it. Hello?
It's Ayabe. Masuda told me to give you a ring. You need something?
Yeah. Info I hear you got.
You got the cash? I'm done handing out freebies. Oh, and the price will depend on what you want to know.
Well, it just so happens you already told Kaito-san the price. 200 grand.
Hmm?
You know how all that money got stolen from the Matsugane? I want to know what happened to it.
And what, I said it'd be 200K?
That's what he told me.
In that case, let's make it 100. Price drops with age.
Oh, does it?
Look, I'm not pulling the numbers out of my ass. I got calculations. System. Anyway, I'll drop by your place tomorrow. Have the cash ready.
Hello?
It's Ayabe. Wake up and look behind you.
Huh? God, next time just knock, would you? Those the files on the Matsugane robbery investigation?
Investigation? What have you been smoking? No Yakuza's gonna report a robbery on their office. I mean, they'd have cops swarming the place.
Wait,
The Matsugane incident was never a formal case. I rounded all of this up myself. You have the cash?
100 grand, just like you asked.
Nice.
Everything's so clear. These are practically real case files.
You want to know how long I spend on this stuff? Way more than I do on the streets, that's for sure.
Someone's proud of himself.
Now then, this is the floor plan for the Matsugane family office. It's from a year ago when the break-in happened. They haven't remodeled since then, have they?
Doubt it.
So, to avoid getting seen by the security camera, the thief snuck in behind a guy coming in. Once they were in the camera's blind spot, he pistol-whipped the guy and knocked him out cold. At the time, Kaito was the only one watching over the office. That's why the thief went in at 3 p.m. Barely any guards to deal with. All he had to do was point his gun at Kaito and get him to open the safe.
There was only one thief. Why didn't Kaito-san fight back?
What would you do if a guy pointed a gun at your head and then shot the ceiling to prove his point? Even a guy like him would freeze up under that kind of pressure. You're really gonna chance playing hero? Once the safe was open, the thief smacked Kaito too. Knocked him out just like the last guy. And that's how the story ends.
Sounds a little too well thought out.
This guy was a pro. And consider this. If he didn't know when the office would be empty, he'd never have been able to pull it off. Clearly, he had a contact on the inside.
Maybe. But still, I don't understand why Kaito-san reacted like that. Normally, he'd have killed the guy, or died trying.
Thought you'd say that. That was all just a warm-up. This next bit is what's worth the 100 grand. So, I said Kaito was alone in the office, right? Well, turns out someone else was there too.
Huh?
Higashi. He saw the whole thing go down. But Kaito's the guy who took the proverbial bullet. Apparently the poor guy was polishing his boss's shoes off in the corner. By the time he figured out what was going on, he was fucked. Higashi couldn't forget that face if he tried. It was seared into his memory. You could say it all worked out for the best, since no one got killed. You could also say Higashi abandoned his Aniki and let the thief get away. And that's one way for a Yakuza to lose a finger. Kaito never did tell anyone else that Higashi froze like a deer in the headlights. Instead, he took the fall for the missing 100 mil and got himself tossed out of the family.
Why am I not surprised? That sounds exactly like what Kaito-san would do.
Right?
But what happened next? How did Higashi get the money back? Couldn't have been easy.
He chased the thief down and took it back. Thought that'd get Kaito back into the fold, which it obviously didn't. Thing is, he needed access to the police database to search for faces.
I see it now. That's why you know what you do, huh?
You think so?
It's the only way you'd know about this case. They never filed a police report after all.
Ding, ding, ding! Long story short, Higashi used the database and found his man. A homeless guy living on the streets of Kamurocho. Known around town as Red Nose. Here, just sent you a pic. That's what he looked like before his life went to shit.
I don't think his nose is all that red.
Not my name. Don't ask me. Anyway, I think you know what came next.
He tracked Red Nose down and took the money back. But Kaito-san's still out in the cold.
Ain't that funny? Meanwhile, Higashi's shooting up the ranks. Guess he got on Hamura's good side.
And Red Nose?
Haven't heard a peep about him. And I'm keen to keep it that way.
Higashi didn't kill him, did he?
Beats me. Well, how was it? Worth the 100 G's?
You must be making a killing with the state this city's in. Ain't that right, Ayabe?
And it's all thanks to you.
Do you know anything about the Matsugane shooting last night?
Not too much, no. But hey, I thought you got Higashi for all your Matsugane needs now.
Word travels fast. Who told you that?
Kaito. Just now.
Huh? You forget how to keep a secret, Kaito-san? Or are you trying to get your buddy killed? Higashi's screwed if Hamura finds out he's been helping us.
Look, man, there's no point keeping stuff from Ayabe. Better to just tell him up front than have him find out somewhere else.
What can I say? I'm a professional.
Sure. Professional snitch.
If the shoe fits. But sorry. I really don't have much for you today.
Say what? You telling me I bought you a drink for nothing?
What? Are times too tough to buy around? Here. Let me at least repay you for the booze.
Go on.
Did you know Hamura's in hiding? He's been out of the office ever since last night. Not even the cops can find the guy.
Yeah, Higashi told us as much, actually.
You charging us for this old news? I'm starting to wonder here.
Okay, fine. You want answers? Go ahead and ask. Everything's on the house for tonight. I'd rather talk business than sit here in silence anyway.
Sounds good to me. Let me think. How are things in the Matsugane family?
Well, you already know about the shooting. Their hands are tied while the cops are running the show. So, yeah, they've been pretty quiet.
Why are the Kyorei in Kamurocho to begin with? What's a Kansai group doing this far from home?
Because they wanted turf in Tokyo. Duh.
Even if it meant war with the Tojo? They couldn't have the numbers for that.
True. Compared to the Tojo's 25,000, Kyorei have a meager 1,000 at most. Plus, Kamurocho's not exactly their home turf.
By that logic, they don't stand a chance.
And yet they've been here almost 2 years now. Crazy when you think about it. Even the cops put money on the Tojo clan crushing them into dust.
So, what's the holdup then?
The Kyorei has the backing of the Kajihiro group. In other words, a lot of fucking money.
Kajihira. Isn't he a construction bigwig?
Yep. And one of his subsidiaries is the perfect Kyorei cover. I suppose you'd know it better as KJ Art.
Yeah, we're familiar. What does Kajihira have to do with the Kyorei? Why is he funding Yakuza?
Probably so he can expand east out of Kansai. The real money's out here anyway. From what I hear, he's got some big redevelopment plans for Tokyo.
What kind of plans are we talking?
Not a clue. But if they're coming from Kansai to do it, shit's gotta be important. And there's always dirty work with those kind of jobs, you know?
Like what?
Evictions, land sharks, laying the political groundwork. The Cure is handling all that shit for Kajihira. At least, that's the word on the street.
Yeah, thanks. These rumors of yours are gonna do us a ton of good.
Well, what I know for sure is that the Kajihira CEO's been up in Tokyo a lot lately. Schmoozing with politicians, government officials, even Kazumi, the head of the Ministry of Health.
Why would a construction guy be talking to someone from the health ministry? What's the connection?
Beats me. Point is, the Cure aren't here just for Yakuza shit. It's way more complicated than that.
How's Kamurocho seemed to you lately?
Tense. And that shooting only made things worse. Nobody knows when the next fight'll break out, or where a stray bullet might end up.
Right. And our killer's only gone for Yakuza so far, but he could target anyone next.
Gunfights? A murderer on the loose? This city's a mess.
You got that right. By the way, Hamura might have walked, but the cops are still pretty fixated on this mole case. Even the public's wondering who will be next.
Huh. All right, I gotta go.
Already? You're a busy boy.
Yeah. Kaito-san? Huh?
Yagami and Kaito, yes? What an honor.
You're very welcome.
And I see you're here too, Ayabe.
Oh, Kuroiwa-san. Nice. It's great to see you.
Yeah. I cut out of work to grab a few drinks. You doing the same, Ayabe?
Nah, old me? I don't play hooky.
After which he burned his poor girlfriend to death.
But in the shadows are glimpses of a construction firm.
Kuroiwa.
I've been waiting for you. Why don't we step inside for a little chat?
Another voluntary interrogation? Thought I told you to bring a warrant next time.
The hell was that? Let's be civilized here, Yagami-san.
Fine. Office is pretty dirty, though. So, to what do I owe the honor?
There's a leak in the prosecutor's office. Pretty sure it's a woman. Got her hands on some pretty important case files. The ones about the vice director of the ADDC getting beaten to death in the street. What kind of lowlife would sell police secrets? Shh. Scum. Right, Ayabe?
Totally. The worst.
Nobody takes us seriously around here.
That all you came to ask? I'm sure you guys are just as busy as I am. So, if you're finished, I'm gonna have to ask you to... Why am I being treated like a suspect?
Sorry, that's classified. Just drop by the public prosecutor's office. If you're innocent, you'll have nothing to worry about.
You don't want to deal with getting arrested. Trust me. Better to handle this before it gets to that point. Think of it like that.
Thanks for the advice.
Besides, you and Izumina go way back.
But how am I gonna defend myself if I don't know why he suspects me? Let me guess. I'll find out when I get there.
More or less. Who knows what angle Izumida will take.
Have it your way. I'll come in and clear the air and we'll be done with this.
I'll be in touch tomorrow.
Asshole's been dragging me everywhere. I can't do a damn thing on my own.
I can tell. Looks rough.
Yo. Got a message for you from Kuroiwa. Says to drop by the Tokyo Public Prosecutor's office. Izumida's waiting for you.
Why'd you have to come here to tell me that? Would have been easier to talk on the phone.
I got a bad feeling about all this.
Huh?
Feels like I'm never gonna see you again if you get yourself locked up now.
Come on, don't be like that. Even if I do get arrested, I won't say a word about your little side job. That's what you're worried about, right?
Yep. I might have to send someone to bump you off in prison if you rat me out.
Like you could pull that off. Aren't you busy dusting off Kuroiwa's boots?
I'm laying low, that's all.
Speaking of, I have a question for you now that you're off your leash. Why do they think I killed Shintani? They have to have a reason, right? You've gotta know.
Well, funny enough, I don't. Kuroiwa won't share a shred of info with anyone but his closest partners. Not sure why.
Gotcha.
Now, get over to the prosecutor's office. Sorry, but you gotta cover your own cab fare.
Yeah, I know. Speak of the devil, we were just talking about you, Ayabe-san.
Listen, Yagami, you gotta help. Someone set me up. They're saying I killed Shintani. Me.
Uh-huh.
You're not surprised?
Not quite, already heard. I'm sitting here with the prosecution as we speak.
Huh?
Yeah. They're looking right at me.
Please, Yagami, you have to take my case. I don't know where else to turn.
An on-duty detective arrested for murder. Now this is a shock.
Try not to look so happy about it then.
This is Hoshino-sensei from the Genda Law Office. He's young, but he's reliable.
Oh, here I thought the great Takayuki Yagami would represent me.
It's been years since I defended someone in court. I'll still be gathering all the evidence, though. Don't worry, it worked for Hamura.
I'm Hoshino. I'll do whatever it takes to clear your name.
You sure, kid? Shintani was practically your boss, huh? If I'm really the killer...
Well, I mean, you're not the killer, right? He's not the killer, is he?
Probably not.
What do you mean, probably?
I hear your gun's the one Shintani was murdered with.
Yep. Apparently the rifling on the bullet matched.
What's rifling again?
Really?
Sorry.
So, guns have these spiral-shaped grooves on the inside of the barrel to stabilize the bullet's trajectory. These grooves are called the rifling, and leave a mark on the bullet itself.
Whoa.
Now, the rifling's slightly different on every gun, kinda like its fingerprints. And apparently, the marks on the bullet that killed Shintani matched my gun's rifling.
So your gun must have killed Shintani-sensei.
Yeah. It was the murder weapon, for sure. So, someone used my gun to commit the crime, and I'm being set up.
But how?
You remember the day he died? We were having a nice stiff drink at Tender. You, me, and Kaito.
Yeah, I remember. That was my first time meeting Kuroiwa.
I hung around after you guys beat it. Wasn't a while till I decided to go home. Thing is, I don't remember what happened next.
Huh?
Someone smacked me in the back of the head. Crept up so I couldn't see him.
You got ambushed? Where was this?
Close to the bar, I bet. But I'm not sure. It all happened so damn fast.
Some great detective work there.
What do you expect? Whoever knocked me out moved me, too. That just fucks with things even more.
Moved you to where?
Random bench, over in the Kamurocho Children's Park. Not a soul around when I came to.
That's a ways from Tender. They must have taken you in a car. How long were you out for?
Hour or so, tops. But as I found out later, that hour's when Shintani was murdered. With my fucking gun.
So the real killer still has your gun?
No. It was in its holster when I woke up.
Wait, what?
Whoever attacked me took my gun, murdered Shintani, then put it back where they found it, all within the course of an hour.
So the only thing missing was a bullet?
Not even that, if you believe it. They got rid of any sign it had ever been used.
Maybe if we look at the bullet from Shintani's body.
Not gonna happen. Nothing spectacular about a single bullet.
By the way, did you tell anyone you got attacked?
No. I mean, nothing even got stolen. Reporting it just would have put me in more trouble.
Don't want to draw attention to your side job, huh? Sucks being a dirty cop. A real detective could have reported it.
Ah. Can't argue there.
The culprit must have been counting on that, though. They went after you specifically because they knew you wouldn't make a big deal out of it.
So it was all planned.
Planned or not, the bullet that killed Shintani ended up with your gun's rifle marks on it. There's no denying that.
Yep. I only found out when they hauled me in, though. No surprise they suspect me. There's no reason not to at this point. But none of my coworkers said a damn word. Hey, you know how Kuroiwa's been dragging me all over town with him? He probably just wanted to make sure I didn't skip town. Only just realized that now.
What did you say as your alibi? You were knocked out in the park?
Not a very believable story.
Come on, you and I both know I didn't kill him. Somebody's pinning it on me. What do you say, Ayabe? You think I got a chance?
You'll be just fine.
Guess that was a dumb question. Nobody's gonna tell a guy his head's on the chopping block.
First, we got his gun. The mole was the one who used it to kill Shintani. That meant that the bullet found in the body would have the rifling marks from his gun. Which meant it was an unshakable fact that Shintani was shot with Ayabe's weapon.
Seriously? So it was Kuroiwa all along. Everything makes sense now.
Were there ever any warning signs?
Nah. This might have nothing to do with it, but I heard a story about the guy once.
Go on.
Back when he was starting out, his boss on the force was working as a Tojo clan go-between on the side. In exchange for kickbacks and whores, of course. Kind of shit you see every day in Kamurocho. But one day, that boss went and threw himself off a roof. Right when they were gonna haul him in, too. Guess some goody two-shoes on the force went and ratted him out.
One of his own co-workers? Was it Kuroiwa?
No. Funny enough, they found the snitch with a noose around his neck just a day later.
So it was a double suicide?
What the hell?
From what I've heard, it's possible that hanging was actually a homicide. Maybe, just maybe, someone wanted revenge on the snitch. After the dust cleared, a new dirty cop had risen from the ashes, with his boss's connections and then some. He's been in bed with the Yakuza ever since. Turns out this guy's our top detective, too.
And you're saying that's Kuroiwa?
Hey, I'm just telling you what I heard. You're the one who asked about warning signs. Kazuya Ayabe. born on July 2nd, 1983.
And where are you currently residing?
This is the first trial for the murder of Masamichi Shintani. The defendant, a crooked cop by the name of Kazuya Ayabe. The bullet found in Shintani's body bore the rifling marks from Ayabe's gun. That's the most significant piece of evidence they have against him. But that was all a cover-up perpetrated by the mole, Kuroiwa. Ayabe is innocent.
Director Kido has done a fine job overseeing its evolution into a matter of national import.
Can you tell the court what exactly 89 is?
It's a revolutionary drug meant to be a complete cure for Alzheimer's disease.
Members of the jury, despite the defense's claims that the ADDC is somehow related to this case,
You must have really stood out to attain that position. Maybe you did something extra special that got you noticed? This center, that lab, who cares what hospital? Consultancy positions sprung up for those facilities left and right. However, the good times didn't last forever. In the months and years after its founding, people slowly caught on to the medical institute's total lack of output. Speaking of hearsay, Kamurocho's been buzzing with talk of this murderer who gouges people's eyes out. That killer is an assassin I've termed the Mole. But the truth of it is, those murders are the result of human experiments for 89, carried out in a secret lab in the heart of the city. The victim in this case, Shintani-sensei, was inching ever closer to the truth.
Please elaborate to the jury what exactly you mean by that.
This secret was that someone from the ADDC was connected to the serial murders taking place in Kamurocho.
Human experimentation. Don't be ridiculous. What kind of trial is being run here? How can he say whatever he wants without a single piece of evidence? Why doesn't the prosecution stop him?
sorry. I was enjoying hearing what he had to say.
Do you know who Shinpei Okubo is? Even though Okubo-kun's sitting on death row, waiting for the day they decide it's his turn.
Enough! I was only asked here to explain to the jury about AD9 and the ADDC.
And all to protect the interests of 89.
You can't make these claims without proof. Show me your evidence.
If you say so.
What?
Your Honor, I offer the data I received into evidence. Take a listen to this.
Did you tell someone about Shono? That lawyer, Shintani? It'll cost you another 100 mil. This mistake was yours, and yours alone. Don't anger me further.
He works as the Mole, an assassin for hire. Witness.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Order in the court.
Izumida, where is the chief prosecutor?
Or ever again.
What?
Kaito-san!
Already going.
Hoshino-kun, it's all on you now. But good luck.
Please, don't go!
I know you can do it, Hoshino-kun. It's time you graduate from the sidekick role, you know?
But...
Are you ready to proceed?
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Shono-kun told me as much. Countless human experiments led him to that conclusion. In other words, AD-9's development has failed. But Shono-kun didn't want to admit that. He couldn't say that it was over, that he had killed several people. Had that been noticed, it would have been clear proof of the experiments. And hence, every single corpse discovered in Kamurocho was found with the eyes removed.